Hi, my name is Steve Blanchard with Scuba Steve Marketing, and today we are going to take a look on the inside of a newly, freshly set up blog and what kind of components that you need to set up to make your blog search engine ready, things like that, so you can start marketing and promoting your blog and give it the best possible chance to get traffic back to whatever it is that you are trying to promote, whether you're your business or cause or whatever it is. So we are going to get started right now.
Okay guys, we are inside of scubastevemarketing.com, and so I'm going to show you a few things. If you happen to miss the last video, I want you to go ahead and take a look at that, because you'll see a link show up here on this video, whether you're on a mobile or if you are on a web. This is actually a YouTube video, so if you're watching on Facebook, you'll have to jump over to the YouTube channel for Scuba Steve Marketing and check it out that way. If you are also wondering which web host that I use, there is a link in the description in this video, and it'll take you right to the web host. Highly recommend them. They'll help you set everything up. So we are at the point where you've already gotten your domain name and you've set up your hosting with WordPress engine, and so you'll look at your site and it'll look like this on the inside. Okay, all I've done is added a WordPress theme and changed my title to Scuba Steve Marketing with a tagline. So basically I've done really nothing. So I will show you some things inside that should be helpful to you. First thing that you want to do is go to settings, go to general, and what you'll want to do is make sure that your title looks right. Give a little tagline and a few words explain what your blog is about. And then of course take a look at your WordPress and site address and just make those the same. That'll look fine just like that. Email address, of course. The rest of this don't worry about so much. You can try to make sure that the time is correct. If you like, you can get that all figured out, just so that when you post, it's posting to the proper time that you are posting wherever you live. So the next thing that I'm just going to kind of drop down through these really quickly. Writing right here, you're not going to really need to do anything that I can see right here. You can actually, besides this, there are some other services that you can stick inside of this box that will help notify more search engines, I guess you could say, to let them know that you have posted something new out there on the web. Reading your latest post, you can also set up a static page, which is like a default page that people will go to when they just visit your site, like on your home page. And you can select which page or a post that you want it to be static to. We won't talk about that right now. The rest of this looks fine. Oh, also I do want to make mention, search engine visibility. Please make sure this box is unchecked. I had it defaulted to check when it came out of the setup process, so make sure that you uncheck that so that the search engines can pick up your blog post, because that's the point. Okay, make sure that you hit save too every time that you make a change. On this page I really don't do anything unless you really need to. You can put together a blacklist and all sorts of things here, but I don't really change any of this. You can look into it more, do lots of customizations, even with people leaving comments what you want them to have for like a little thing if they don't have their Gravatar set up. So you can customize how big you want the images to show up. And lastly, the permalinks is probably the most important thing that I was going to talk about here in this section. You want to select either post name, month and name, or day and name, and the reason why is because you default to this, which it'll give you your domain name and then it'll have like a page number, but it's not very search engine friendly. So when people are typing in certain keywords, they want to find your blog, just a P equals 123 or whatever your page is at the time, that's not going to be that helpful. Okay, so you want your titles to be trailing off of your domain name. And so what I mean by that is, I already have things queued up here, but when someone types in a keyword, say like this, and I'm giving you an example from my youthministryideas.net blog, and so you'll see that this title showed up and it trails off of my domain name, so games to play while taking a trip. If you click on this, you'll see right up here that I did like the month, year, and title. You'll see that trailing off of my youthministryideas.net. So these words right here are showing up on the search engine. So if we go back, there they are right there. That actually helps you when you are trying to be found on the search engine. So make sure that you make or take note of that. You'll want to have this one, or you can create a custom one. We want to talk a little bit about plugins. I am moving over to my Youth Ministry Ideas one because this is the site that I have set up in the past, obviously, and there are certain plugins that I really enjoy. Adsense plugins, so you can get paid when people click on ads on your site. So definitely get that set up. You'll have to, go to Google AdSense and get that all set up first, and then you'll activate this plugin inside of your WordPress. Okay, this plugin right here, as you see right here, if I go back to plugins on my freshly created scubastevemarketing.com site, you will want this because you don't want to have a bunch of spam. These are horrible, robotic comments that just fill up your site with all kinds of nuisance comments, and spam is just unwanted stuff. Okay, just kind of like junk mail that you get. Let's go back to right here, but make sure you set that up. I use Aweber to collect emails. I will do a future video on that. Custom registration link if you want to have people register on your blog to be able to create posts, and then you'll have to approve them. Jetpack, definitely check out Jetpack. Jetpack is what allows you to see your site statistics, and I queued an example up over here. So for example, Jetpack will allow you to see where it's coming from, the referrer. You'll see all the sites that are being used to come to your blog. All the search engine terms, so people that are searching for certain things, they'll find your blog that way. You'll also see clicks to different things, what people clicked on in your site. Basically, they clicked on the links inside of your site. And then right here, it'll tell you what people are visiting the most, and it kind of just depends on what you're doing. If you put out a new post, sometimes the newest post is the most popular, or based on the season of the year. Just depends on what's going on. Going back, that's what the Jetpack does, okay, amongst other things. Opt-in forms, what I did with that is if you go back to say this post right here, opt-in forms are really cool because after someone reads your post, they really like what you have to say. You can put a little thing right here to get them to enter your email address, and then once you have their email address, you can follow up with them. And I used Aweber again, and I'll have a link in the description so you can check out Aweber. And let's go back. Searchy is something for mobile devices, so it gives a little bit of interesting feature when someone's visiting my site via a mobile device. Social media widget, again, that's just going to be whatever you want to set up right here. Kind of gives it the little icons, and then you put your links to your social media sites. And then lastly, but not leastly, Yoast SEO. Definitely get this plugin because the reason why you want to do that is it's going to help you do SEO on your post. And what I mean by SEO is search engine optimization. You want the search engines to be able to know what your post is about, make you the authority on that post, and so this little plugin will help you do that. Take a look at one. I did a game on my Youth Ministry Ideas blog called Anarchy Tag, and so I focused on this keyword. So what this plugin will do is it'll show up right here when you're creating a post. It's going to want what keyword do you want to focus on within your post, and then it'll tell you whether or not you've gotten certain things done to become search engine optimized, and in other words, to give you the best chance when you post your post that when it goes on to Google, they will actually rank your post based on that keyword. And so that is important, just to help you do things like this, where if I go back and when people type in certain keywords, that your blog post shows up. That's why that plugin is very useful, very helpful, because you want to be able to show up, because you want to get traffic to your blog, and you want to obviously have visitors and be able to sell or do whatever it is that you want to do, whatever you're trying to accomplish, okay? And so for now, I think that's about it. There's lots of other things you can do. You can do themes, there's lots of things, but guys, those are the basic things. Get the plugins, get your settings set up correctly, and then in terms of appearance, you can change this up. You can pick themes and try ones out, and that's no big deal. And you can also purchase themes as well if you have a theme out there that you really enjoy and it costs money, but you can actually buy it and load it into your WordPress site so that it looks a little differently, and the themes will affect the way it looks out here. So I think that's about it. That's all I have time for today. Please like and share this page as always, and leave a comment below if you have a question. Please, I would like to answer your questions.
Thanks guys for checking out this week's video. Make sure that you give a thumbs up, like, or share this video with others. And as always, subscribe to Scuba Steve Marketing so that you can get the latest tips and dive into online marketing. We'll see you next time.